Welcome to Japanese American Lives. I'm Kristi Yamaguchi. Coming up are two films about individuals caught in history-changing moments who rise to the challenge. Honor and Sacrifice tells the inspiring story of Roy Matsumoto and how he rose above the internment of Japanese Americans in World War II to become an unsung American hero. Don't Lose Your Soul introduces the 4+ decades of friendship, activism, and music between Anthony Brown and Mark Izu, co-founders of the Asian American Jazz Movement. Honor and Sacrifice by Lucy Ostrander and Don Sellers, and Don't Lose Your Soul by Jim Choi and Chihiro Wimbush, next on Japanese American Lives.
My grandfather, Wakaji, was a photographer. He took this picture of his parents and his children in 1930. He had 5 sons who grew to maturity. All served in World War II, 3 for the Japanese and 2 for the Americans. My father, the eldest, was a hero, which I did not know until I was 30 years old. This is his story.
We're really fortunate, that we've been able to maintain this relationship for so long, and we kind of grew up. We grew up playing this music together, so
Lordy.
and we were able to create something or contribute to something that's unique.
Playing with someone for so long, we've been through that history together of learning lots of music, playing together, and coming to like this. I don't know what you'd call it. It's this, not a musical understanding, but this ability, like another sense to know what each other's doing.
We're just grateful we can play music for a living.
Yes, that's a big deal.
That's living the dream, isn't it?
Not our kids. No.
Right, our kids.
Paycheck.
Right.
You guys.
We've been able to do it for 30 years, and I mean, I think it's a blessing. Yeah, that's how that goes. So that was probably at least 29 years since we played that one. Wow, I'm glad you remembered it. My mother was a fan of jazz and jitterbug. She and her friends would go down to the American Service Club on the weekends because that was the only place they could hear American music after the war. But they were too shy to go in, and they'd go around behind the back of the club, the USO club, and they would dance together underneath the open kitchen window. Well, this particular club, my dad happened to be the assistant manager, and I guess he heard some commotion and went out the back door, and he said, "Son, I opened up the back door and there were these Japanese girls out there dancing the jitterbug." He said, "I thought I died and gone to heaven." And he said, "I invited them in, and as your mother passed by me, I told my friend Mac, I said, that's the one I'm going to marry." I guess I'm the rest of that history.
I think what's really fascinating about my mother and father is I really believe they wanted to be artists. Because I have this violin, and I realized, wow, that was my mom's violin. In the camps, he was in Poston, I had a picture of her playing violin. My dad had a guitar in the house. And when I said I was going to be a musician, there was this little pause. But, they were fine with it. And one day they pulled me aside and said, "Look, you can be a musician, just be the best you can be. Just do it all the way." And, for a Nisei parent to say that, it was just, to me, it was amazing.